Hello, I'm Itzel, and I am a grad student trying to get my master's degrees in biochemical science. I know, it sounds bad, right? But guess what? Most of all, I am a music lover, and that's the most important part of me.
I got my bad luck shoes and every excuse to dance these blues away. Ain't coming home.
I am from Mexico and I live in Mexico City, where I found a great piano teacher who encouraged me to get deeper in my knowledge of music. And that's how I decided to take this course. Microphones are a type of transducer. They convert acoustical energy from the sound waves into electrical energy, which is an audio signal. This is because inside there's a diaphragm, which is a thin piece of material that vibrates when it is struck by the sound waves, and it also causes other components to vibrate. Then these vibrations are converted into an electrical current that becomes the audio signal. As we know, sound waves have different frequencies, and microphones have different sensitivity to these frequencies. So this microphone frequency response is the output level or sensitivity of a microphone over its operating range from the lowest to the highest frequencies. This means that some frequencies are exaggerated and others are attenuated. For example, a frequency response which favors high frequencies means that the resulting audio output will sound more trebly than the original sound. A microphone's frequency response pattern is shown using a chart like this one. Is referred to as a frequency response curve. The x-axis shows frequency in hertz, and the y-axis shows response in decibels. A higher value means that the frequency will be exaggerated, and a lower value means that the frequency is attenuated. In this example, frequencies around 5 kHz are boosted, while frequencies about 10 kHz and below 100 Hz are attenuated. This is a typical response curve for a vocal microphone. Generally, exist two types of frequency response. This is a flat frequency response. All audible frequencies from 20 Hz to 20 kHz have the same output level. This is most suitable for applications where the sound source has to be reproduced without changing or coloring the original sound. In the real world, a perfectly flat response is not possible, and even the best flat response microphones have some deviation. A tailored response is usually designed to enhance a sound source in particular applications. For instance, a microphone may have a peak in the 2-8 kHz range to increase intelligibility for live vocals. To finish, you have to consider some important things before getting your microphone based on these frequency response curves. First, frequency response curve is not the same that the frequency response range. For example, a microphone which is said to have a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz can reproduce all frequencies between this range, but it's different to say and to see how the microphone will respond to certain frequencies amongst this range. So that's something you have to consider. Then microphones have different responses at different angles. There are frequencies at which there is less rejection of sound from the rear and sides and will be more likely to feedback. Almost all directional microphones have such frequencies, so it pays to be aware of them. And the most important thing to consider is that you have to avoid response patterns which emphasize the wrong frequencies. For example, a vocal mic is a poor choice for picking up the low frequencies of a bass drum. So remember, the frequency response curve is important when choosing your microphone. I hope this was very helpful. See you next assignment.